Peacekeepers. Hey Peacekeepers. Hey Peacekeepers. Today, I am just going to be reading. Um, Warriors into the Wild. I started these because my boyfriend bought me the 1 through 3 and recommended these as this is one of his favorite book series, so I decided that I would try and give it a shot. I am in kind of an uncomfortable reading position, but I will try to get this video as long as I can before my foot falls asleep. But with all that being said, I believe I am on chapter 3, so I am just going to kind of do a probably inaudible, semi-inaudible close-up reading into Warriors into the Wild. So I'm just going to open this up to chapter 3. My little bookmark, little frogs. Okay. Chapter 3. That morning, as Rusty slept off his night wandering, the mouse dream came again, even more vivid than before. Free of his collar, beneath the moon, he stalked the timid creature, but this time he was aware of the beam shining from the shadows of the forest. He saw dozens of yellow eyes. The clan cats had entered his dream world. Rusty woke, blinking in the bright sunshine that was streaming across the kitchen floor. He felt fur. His fur felt heavy and thick and with warmth. Sorry if I'm so breathy. I've had my inhaler, so I'm a little rusty. His food bowl had been topped up, and his water bowl rinsed out and filled with bitter, tasty water. Rusty preferred drinking from puddles outside, but when it was hot, when he was very thirsty, he had to admit that it was easier to lap up the water indoors. Could he really abandon this comfortable life? He ate and then pushed his way out of the flap into the garden. The garden was heavy with the smell of early blossoms. "Hello, Rusty," mewed a voice from the fence. It was Smudge. "You should have been awake an hour ago." The baby sparrows were outstretching their wings. "Did you catch any?" Rusty asked. Smudge yawned and licked his nose. Couldn't be bothered. I'd already eaten enough at home. Anyway, we went too out earlier. Yesterday you were complaining about Harry sleeping his time away. Today you're not much better yourself. Really down on the cool earth beside the fence, curled his tail nearly over the front paws. "I was in the woods last night. You reminded his friend." At once he felt the blood stir in his veins, and his nerves stiffened. Smudge looked down at him, his eyes wide open. "Oh yes, I forgot. How was it? Did you catch anything, or did anything catch you?" Rusty paused, not sure how to tell his old friend what had happened. "I met some wild cats," he began. "What?" Smudge was clearly shocked. "Did you get into a fight?" Sort of. Rusty could feel the energy surging through his body again as he recalled the strength and power of the clan cats. "Were you hurt? What happened?" Smudge prompted him eagerly. "There were 3 of them, bigger and stronger than any of us." "And you fought all 3 of them?" Smudge interrupted, his tail twitching with excitement. "No," Rusty mewed hastily, "just the youngest one, and the other 2 cats came later." "How come they didn't shred you to pieces?" "They just warned me to leave their territory." But then Rusty hesitated. "What?" meowed Smudge impatiently. "They asked me to join their clan." Smudge's whiskers quivered, but disbelievingly they did. Rusty insisted. "Why would they do that?" "I don't know," Rusty admitted. "I think they just need extra claws in their clan." "Sounds a bit odd to me," Smudge mewed doubtfully. "I wouldn't trust them if I were you." Rusty looked at Smudge's black and white friend had never shown interest in venturing into the woods. He was perfectly content with living with his housefolk. He would never understand the restless longing that Rusty dreams stirred in after night. "But I do trust them," Rusty purred softly, "and I've made up my mind. I'm going to join them." Smudge scrambled down from the fence and stood in front of Rusty. "Please don't go, Rusty," he meowed in alarm. "I may never see you again." Rusty nudged him affectionately with his head. "Don't worry, my house folks will get another cat. You'll impatiently. That's just the point. If I stay around here, they'll take me to the cutter. I won't be the same either. Much look puzzled. The cutter, he echoed. The bed Rusty explained to be altered like Henry was. Much ferocious, stared at his boss. But Henry's alright, he mumbled. I mean, I don't know, he's a bit lazier now, but he's not unhappy. We could still have fun. Rusty felt his heart filled with sadness at the thought of seeing his friend go. I'm sorry so much, I'll miss you, but I have to go. Smudge didn't reply. But stepping forward and gently touched Rusty's nose with his own. Fair enough, I can see. I can't stop you, but at least let's spend one more morning together. Rusty found himself enjoying the morning even more than usual, visiting his old haunts with Smudge, sharing words with the cats. He had grown up with everyone on his senses, felt supercharged as if he were boys before a huge jump. As sunlight approached, Rusty grew more and more impatient to see if Lionheart would really be waiting for him. The idle buzz and the meows from his old friend seemed to fade into the background as all of his senses strained toward the woods. Rusty jumped down from the garden fence from the last time and crept into the woods. That said his goodbye to Smudge, and now all of his thoughts were focused on the forest and the cats who lived in it. As he approached the spot where he had met with the clan the night before, he sat down and tasted the air. Tall trees shielded from the ground from the midday sunshine, making it comfortably cool. Here and there, patches of sunlight shone through the gap in the leaves. On the forest floor, Rusty could smell the same cat scent as last night, but he had no idea whether it was old or new. He lifted his head and sniffed uncertainly. You have a lot to learn, meowed a deep voice. Even in the tiniest cat knows when the cat is nearby. Rusty saw a pair of green eyes glinting from beneath a bramble brush. Now he recognized the scent. It was Lionheart. Can you tell if I'm alone? Asked the golden tabby, stepping into the light. Hastily, Rusty sniffed again. The scents of blue star and gray paw were still there, but not as strong as the previous night. Isn't it? He mewed. Blue star and gray paw wrong with you this time. That's right, meowed Lionheart, but someone else's. Rusty stepped into the second clan cat strode into the clearing. This is White Storm, pure Lionheart. Why does that train always go up when I'm recording? Pure Lionheart, one of Thundercat's senior warriors. Rusty looked at the dome and felt his spine tingle with cold fear. Was this a trap? Long-bodied and muscular White Storm stood in front of Rusty and gazed down at him. His white coat was thick and unmarked. His eyes were yellow, sun-baked sand. Rusty flattened his ears wearingly and tensed his muscle in preparation to fight. Relax before your fierce scent brings unwanted attention, growled Lionheart. We are only here to take you to our camp. Rusty sat very still, hardly daring to breathe as if White Storm stretched his nose forward and gave him a curious sniff. Also, sorry if the camera is moving a lot. I have my tripod literally in my lap, and I am trying not to bump it. Hello, young one, murdered the white cat. I've heard a lot about you. Rusty dipped his head in greeting. Come, we may speak more once we are at the camp, ordered Lionheart. Without pausing, he and White Storm leaped away into the undergrowth. Rusty jumped to his spot to follow as quickly as he could. The two warriors made no allowances for Rusty as they sped through the forest and before long he was struggling to keep up. Their pace barely slowed as they led him over the fallen trees, including a single leap, which Rusty had to scramble over paw by paw. And they passed through sharp pine trees, where they had to jump across deep gully churns up into the two-legged tree, or from the safety of his garden fence. Rusty had often heard it roaring and snarling in the distance. One gully was too wide to jump, half filled with slimy, foul-smelling water. The cats waded through without hesitating. Rusty had never put a paw in the water before, but he was determined not to show any signs of weakness, so he narrowed his eyes and followed, trying to ignore the uncomfortable witness that soaked his belly fur. At last, Lionheart and White Storm paused. Rusty skated to a halt behind them and stood panting while the two warriors stepped onto a rock that rested on the edge of a small ravine. We are very close to camp now, meowed Lionheart. Rusty strained to see any signs of life moving. Leaves a glimpse of fur among the bushes, but his eyes saw nothing except the undergrowth that covered the rest of the forest floor. Use your nose, you must be able to sense it, hissed White Storm impatiently. Rusty closed his eyes and sniffed. White Storm was right. The scents were very different from the cat scent he was used to. The air smelled stronger, speaking of many, many different cats. He nodded thoughtfully and explained, I can smell cats. Lionheart and White Storm exchanged amused looks. There will come a time if you're accepted into the clan when you will know each cat by name. Lionheart meowed, follow me. He led the way nimbly down the boulders to the bottom of the ravine and pushed his way through a thick patch of gorse. Rusty followed, and White Storm against the prickly cords. Rusty looked down and noticed the grass beneath his paws wound into a broad track. This must be the main entrance to the camp. He thought beyond the course and clearing up the ground, and at the center was bare, harder the shape of many generations of past. This camp had been here a long time. The clearing was dappled by sunshine, and the air felt warmer still. Rusty looked around, his eyes wide, and there were cats everywhere, sitting along the group, sharing foods or breathing quickly as they grumbled one another. Just after sunlight, when the day is hottest, is a time for sharing tongues. Leonard explained sharing tongues, and Rusty echoed. Clan cats always spend time grooming each other and sharing the news of the day. Western told him. We call it sharing tongues. It's a custom that binds the members of the clan together. The cats had obviously smelled Rusty's foreign scent. Foreheads began to turn and stare curiously in his direction. Suddenly, shy and meaning cats gazed directly. Rusty looked around the clearing and it was edged with the thick ground, knotted with the tree stumps and fallen trees. A thick curtain of ferns and growths shielded the camp from the rest of the woods over there. Now Lionheart flicking his tail forward to interpret in the nursery where the kids are cared for. Rusty swiveled his ears toward the bushes. He couldn't see through the knot of prickly branches, but he could hear the ringing of several kittens from somewhere inside. As he watched, a ginger cat squirmed through the slog at the front. This one must be one of the queens, Rusty thought. A tabby queen with distinctive black markings appeared around the bramble bush. The two she-cats exchanged a friendly lick between them, slipping inside the nursery, murmuring to the squealing kids. They take care of our kids by all the queens, meowed Lionheart. Cats serve the clan. Loyalty to the clan is the first law, is our world code. A lesson you will learn quickly if you wish to stay with us. Here comes Blue Star, meowed White Storm, sniffing the air. Rusty sniffed the air too and was pleased that he was able to recognize the scent of the gray cat. A moment before she appeared from the shadow with a large boulder that lay beside them in the clearing, he came. Blue Star bird. The warriors. White Storm replied. Lionheart was convinced he would not. Rusty noticed the tip of Blue Star's tail, which twitched impatiently. What would he think of him? She asked. He kept up well on the return journey. Besides his puny size, White Storm admitted he certainly seemed strong for a kitty pet. So it's agreed. Blue Star looked at Lionheart and White Storm. Both cats nodded. Then I shall announce his arrival to the clan. Blue Star leaped on the boulder and yelled, let all those old cats know to catch their own prey. Joined here beneath the high rock for a clan meeting. Her clear call brought all the cats trotting towards her, emerging like liquid shadows from the edges of the clearing. Rusty knew what he was, flanked by Lionheart and White Storm. The other cats settled themselves by the high rock and looked expectantly up at their leader. Rusty felt a rush of relief as he recognized Grey Pot's thick gray fur among the cats. Beside him sat a young tortoise-shell queen, her back tail tucked neatly over small white paws. A large gray tabby cat crouched behind him, the black strands on his fur looking like shadows on the moonlight. Forest floor, when the cats were still, Blue Star spoke. Thunderclap needs more warriors, she began. Never before have we had so few apprentices in training. It has been decided that Thunderclap will take an outsider to train as a warrior. Rusty heard Indian muttering erupt among the clan, but Blue Star silenced them with a firm yowl. I have found a cat who is willing to become an apprentice of Thunderclap. Lucky to become an apprentice. Caterwaul, a loud voice above the ripple of the shung the smooth their cat's resting, craned his neck and saw a pale tabby cat standing back to Blue Star ignored the tabby cat and installed her tail, and Lionheart and White Storm have met this young cat, and they agreed with me that they should train him with the other apprentices. Rusty looked up at Lionheart, then back at the clan. All eyes were on him now. His fur prickled and he swallowed nervously. There was silence for a moment. Rusty was sure that they must all be able to hear his heart pulsing as well as fear. Now defending her sentinel growling rose from the crowd. Where does he come from? Which clan does he belong to? What a strange scent he carries. That's not the son of any clan I know. Then one yell in particular stood out above the rest. Look at his collar. He's a kitty pet. It was a pale tabby cat. Again, once a kitty pet, always a kitty pet. This clan needs wild-born warriors to defend it, not another soft mouse to be. Lionheart bent down and hissed into Rusty's ear. That's Tabby, his long tail. He smells her fear. They all do. They must prove to him and the other cats that your fear won't hold you back. But Rusty couldn't move. He could ever spell will alert our enemies even if you're too expensive. Lying our history Rusty was back down from the challenge. Rusty still did not move, but at this time he was trying to pinpoint Longtail's position. There he was, just behind the desk, proudly. Narrowed his eyes and his gleamed through and startled Cats to fling himself onto the tormentor. Longtail was completely unprepared for Rusty's attack. Putting on his bait, filled with rage and desperate to prove himself, Rusty dug his claws deep into the dead cat's fur and sunk in his teeth, and no subtle ritual sweeping box superseded his cat's fight. Then he got unlocked and screaming quickly. Tussle that flipped in clearing in the heart of the camp. The other cats had to spring out of the window before the screeching walled on the fire. As Rusty scratched and struggled, he was suddenly aware that he felt no fear, only exhilaration. The warring of the blood confusion of the cats. Collar turned red as hell until it squirted between his teeth. It was tugging hard, pressure his breathing harder, and twisted, but each movement only made the pressure worse. He couldn't bear as he summoned up all his strength and tried to pull away from the with a loud snap. He was free. Longtail thumped away from him. He scrambled to the ball. Looked around. Longtail was crouching 3 tails away, and dangling from Longtail's mouth, Rusty saw a collar mingle and broke. At once, Blue Star looked back from the high rock and silenced the noisy cries with that under his. Rusty and Longtail remained fixed on the spot. Cats moved over past clumps of fur hung from the rippled clothes to Rusty could feel his badly torn, and blood dripped down from it. Dusty ground. They stared at each other. The next time, its bed, Blue Star stepped forward and took the collar from Longtail. She placed it on the ground in front of her and meowed. The newcomer had lost his tune and collar in a battle for his honor, struck into smoke and his roof. His cat had been released from the hold of the choke. To join another clan as a prince. Rusty looked at Blue Star and suddenly nodded in acceptance. He stood up and stepped forward into the shaft of sunshine, welcoming the warmth of his sore muscles. The pull of light blazed his bright orange pale began to glow. Rusty lifted his head proudly and looked at the kings and surrounded him. The smoke had showed himself the opportunity of battle. Blue Star approached Rusty and placed the shrouded collar on the ground in front of him. She dug his ear gently with her nose and looked gratifying the sunlight. She murmured, her eyes flashed painfully at the words and meaning for her. Then Rusty knew you well. Then she turned to the clan and announced, from this day forward until he has earned his warrior name, the apprentice will be called Fireball in honor of his flame-colored coat. He stood back, and with the other cats waited silently for the next move. Without hesitation, Rusty turned and kicked out the grasshopper collar the dirt. Longtail growled and limped out of the clearing, and for a shared corner, the cats spit. The 2 girls were married to each other. Hey, Fireball! Rusty heard great balls from behind. Fireball! A thrill barged from the name. He turned and welcoming sniff. Great Fireball meowed. Great Ball, especially for a kitty pet. Longtail is a warrior, although his training 2 months ago. The scar left on his ear won't let him forget you in a hurry. He was spoiling the good enough, that's for sure. Thanks, Great Ball. Fireball replied. He put up quite a fight, though. He licked his front and began to wipe the deep scratches and beneath his eye, as if he washed it. Feeling him on the cats. Fireball, welcome him. Fireball closed his eyes for a moment. The voices washed over him. Good name, too. Great Ball meowed approvingly, jolting him awake. Fireball looked around. Where did Longtail Great Ball do? I think he was heading toward the Spotted Leaf's den. Great Ball did descend north of her and close. She's our admitted again. No man looking either younger and prettier than most. I love you all next to the cat and Great Ball. They both turned around. Fireball recognized the great Great Ball earlier. Dark stripe meowed. Great Ball dipping his head respectfully. This lead Tom. Fireball looked for a moment. Luckily, your collar snapped when it did. Longtail is a young warrior, but I can't imagine him being beaten by a kitty pet. He spat out the words kitty pet scornfully, then turned and stalked off. Now Dr. Great Ball hissed. Fireball under the bed. It's neither young nor pretty. Fireball was about to agree with his new friend when he was interrupted by a warning yell from the walker. Smellable smells trouble. Great Ball mad immediately. Fireball barely had time to look around. He was getting apart from the window. Then tail jet black from head to toe. Great Ball, that's Ravenball. Why is he alone? Where's that? Oh, Fireball looked in the room across the floor. The clearing, he was painted up. His coat was ruffled and dusty in his eyes. Who are you, Ravenclaw? Fireball whispered to Great Ball as their other cats raised backs and agreed. And Ravenball's an apprentice there. Closeness went to Great Ball explained. Ravenball went out with Tackle on the right down the mission against the River Clan. The confused name Blue Star deputy his Great Ball will fly on Earth. Ravenball, come back alone, he added with paw the cat's walk calmly, but look very clouded her blue eyes. The other cat drew back, curling their lips and thinking, what happened? Blue Star jumped into the other back and looked down trembling. The pink Ravenpaw was still struggling for breath, and his eye trembling filled with the dust around him. Black, but he still managed to scramble up. And the river looked and stepped behind both sides. Faces and surrounded him, that made him enough to breathe. Breath to the careful hair, Raventail is dead. So I am going to stop right there because I keep hearing the train honking and I don't want to cause a ruckus. But with all that being said, I hope you stay peaceful. I hope you stay peaceful and I hope you stay passionate and